Everybody, thank you for joining my channel, DIY 500 amps. Uh, I'm gonna be talking today. I'm gonna be talking about a few topics today. One of them is gonna be probably I'm gonna be talking about this charger that I have. It's getting very popular in the DIY community. This charger, let's open this. This charger is a 8 channels charger for 18650 batteries. That's how it came. If you notice, it doesn't came with the power supply. That's how it came. This charger, you can use it for, again, for 18650 batteries. And we're gonna be talking about how to use. Let me know if everybody can see it. Give me 1 second. Let me turn on the iPad. So I can see when the people are commenting. There we go. Now I can see better if someone is commenting in the chat. We're gonna be talking about this charger again. Let's start by the power requirement for this charger. All right. This charger, if you notice here, it requires 5 volts as an input. Let me see if I can fix the. Sorry if it's shaking. We need a 5 volts input. So we can go with the DC 5.5 entrance. What I am using, let me show you here, is this cable, right? This cable goes from DC to USB. This doesn't come with the charger, but that's what I'm using. However, you know that in DC, by USB, we're limited to 5 amps. So we can provide up to 5 amps to the charger by connecting here, right? Look how cool is this. If you wanna, because remember, it's 8 channels, and this charger is rated for 1 amp per bay, right? So it's gonna provide 1 amp per battery. So what means that we need 8 amps minimum plus about, I guess it's about 5. Let me put this closer so I can see it. So it's about less than 300 milliamps to the operation of the charger to operate. So that's the trademark. Now, if we want to go with the full power charging, then we have to go and use an input of 5 volts in here all the way to 10 amps. So what I do personally is I use my bench power supply that is able to provide all the way to 10 amps. And actually it never used 10 amps, it used about only 2 amps. So that's what I do. But because I don't have rush, I don't care. I mean, if I'm not using all the batteries or if I'm using all of them, I just charging. I mean, it will decrease the 1 amp divided into all the cells. So it's gonna do that job anyway with that connector. All right. So now this charger allow you. We sell this separate. I mean, this, well, it's an accessory pretty much. This, what it does is it allows you to stack this right on top here. If you can see, one on top of the other one like this. And now guess what, now I can charge, let's see, this one is a 21700 battery, and I can put it here with the charger. So when this one next to it, see, this is 18650, then we can use this in here. I need to clarify something very important here. See, it came even with this, so we can take it out easy. See, like this. How cool is that? Something that I need to mention, we need to make sure when you put the batteries, you actually, there it is specified here. The positive side is in the bottom side, so the negative side is on top. So do not confuse, because we can damage the charger if you put in vice versa. So that's a very important detail that we need to follow, right? So let's keep going. This is not only a charger, this is a capacity tester. And the reason why is because we can discharge. I'm gonna disconnect this for 1 second. We can discharge the batteries with this tester. And I call it tester because we can do capacity testing with this charger. So, and how is that possible? I'm gonna show you what we got under here, the charger. I'm gonna open the charger. Like, man, I cannot, I have to open everything. That's something quickly here. I'm gonna do it live. All right, what we got under, this is the cap from the bottom side. I'm gonna show you what we got here. So if you notice, we have here, let me see, let me use this Milwaukee to show you. These one are resistors. Each resistor will be able to drain from the battery about 1 amp when we are discharging. So, and I says about because it's a constant resistor. So it means that when let's see, the battery is fully charged, let me put it more in the center. Is everything good? So if someone let's see, I haven't checked the chat. There we go. Hey, anybody have any question? You can ask and check in the chat so we can make this interactive. So we have these resistors which they are gonna be able to drain about 1 amp per cell. However, remember, because this is not made with a MOSFET for discharging, it's not gonna be completely accurate 1 amp. It's gonna be plus or less. So when the battery is changing voltage, the consumption is gonna be less and less. So we estimate it start with 1 amp discharging, and when it's going by 3.5, it's keep going decreasing to, let's say, 800 milliamps and stuff like that. So it's not good for what we call constant current capacity testing. So, but it's excellent for capacity testing. So we can know approximately, it's not gonna be 100% accurate, but we can have a very good idea how much capacity we have in the batteries. All right, and this is how the charger does. They use these resistors. That's why on top of this, we have these two fans. So these two fans, basically, when these resistors are draining, because in the way that works is the charger, the resistor converts in heat the power that is coming from the battery. So, and that's how it produces the discharging. So obviously this resistor, they get hot. So, and then the charger have the fans to cool down the resistors, right? And this is where it came, the consumption that is coming from the 5 volts as well. That's whatever the fans are taking, this is, we need to rest the when we are charging, 8 amps in total, the charging plus the fans consumption. That's why it's rated 10 amps plus the display, but that's very minimum. So it never reached 10 amps. It never reached that. Now let's talk about the operational part of the charger. I just turned it on. Let me try to make it closer to show this part. Let's see if the cell phone helps. Sorry about that. So I'm making this live. There we go. Tell me if you can see well. I can even zoom this. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's much better. All right, let me take out this from, well, I'm gonna keep the sticker. So the charger has, first of all, it came in, I believe it came in Chinese. In order to, we have, the memory button, the select button, this is start and, and stop operation. This one is to change channels. So if I press here, if you see the red thing is marking, so each channel is individual, independently, and show you the, actually, Let me make it even better. That's better, right? Happy holidays. Thank you, thank you. So each channel is independently, and if you see this button will help me changing, each channel individually. Now, let's go by the functions. If we press this once, this side, we can see we are in channel 1 right now, and it's gonna show you everything available. I love this part that the charger has. So it's gonna show you the voltage, the current, the resistance. I mean, it's gonna tell you like internal resistance. Well, let me use this, it's even better. The internal resistance from the battery in DC, which I don't recommend you go with this because it's not accurate. I mean, at all. Actually, there's no chargers that are really accurate for this. So, and you can see the different functions. See if when you're making testing, it's allow you to charge, discharge, and charge back. See, that's how you test this, and it's gonna give you the parameters. See, all this. The current, because we are using the resistor that I just explained, you cannot change that. You cannot change the current that you are discharging or charging. You cannot change that. So it charges at 1 amp and discharge approximately at 1 amp as well, that you cannot change that. So, and then in here, you can change channels. See, channel 2, channel 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I have some measuring. It have history, see? Let's see. See, from that's from batteries that was testing. So we still have that. I believe we can reset by pressing one of the button, but let's go to the menus first. Now, the cool part in this charger, if you press the first button and you can keep it pressed, we access the configuration menu. See, if I release that in about 5 seconds, it's gonna, well, maybe 10, it's gonna go back to the main menu. So this part is gonna be kind of tricky to explain because I have to keep going pressing buttons. So, but in the way that this works, remember we have 8 channels. Basically, if we put a battery in the channel 1, then we have to press to start charging, or what is gonna be doing the charging is, for example, if we press here, again, it's explaining, okay, the mode right now is charging, but we can change the mode. So by selecting in, see, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the cool part is that we can tell the channels, okay, now follow channel 1. And I'm gonna explain that part. See, channel 2 is following channel 1, channel 3, and all of them, they're gonna be following channel 1. Let me go back to channel 1. So the most important part, guess, let's configure channel 1. It's a channel 1 settings. Let's see, we select here, I guess we can say yes, right? That is gonna synchronize with all of them. Right now I am in charging mode, but I can change to discharging. I can select only, okay, you're gonna discharge only, or you're gonna be doing auto, for example. I wanna talk about this one. Auto, basically what it does is charge, discharge. I'm gonna keep pressing because it's gonna, go off my menu. So we can go to charge, discharge, and charge back, okay? So the cool part that I love in this charger, we can change the parameters, see? When we're fully charging, you can tell the charger how much you want. Hey, from Greece. Nice. That's cool, man. Anthony. That's cool. Man, I'm from Puerto Rico. See, it went off the display. Let's go back there. So we can select how much is gonna be the top charging. So we're gonna, normally we charge all the way to 4.2, see, 4.2 volts or 4,200 millivolts, which is the same. Then in the second time that charge, after discharge, we can tell, okay, then go back to storage mode, which is 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, whatever voltage. You can put it back tell, okay, go back in full completely charge if you are gonna use the battery immediately. I never do that. I mean, I like to put it in 3.5 in my case. Why? Because when I test batteries, I like to leave the battery ready to be cheap it when I chip batteries, I chip the batteries in 3.5 volts because the chipping regulations. So the end current is when it's discharging, it's how much you want the current to stop charging. I like to go in 100 milli amps, and the reason is because I want the most precise number, and that's is gonna give you the most precise one. So if you are in rush, I mean, you want to cycle a battery, I keep going pressing to don't lose the display, right? So that's gonna be the end current. Now, when you want to stop to discharging, you really don't want, I mean, if it's a battery that is yours and you want just cycle a battery, hey, cycle the battery all the way to never go this low. Go to, I recommend all the way to maybe 2700, 2800. That's all you need. Now, when I'm doing capacity test, I go with the manufacturer's numbers, which normally the manufacturer, they go all the way down to 2.5 volts, right? However, I do not recommend do that in normal discharging, because that can, you're pushing the battery to the limits, limits. However, this charger is only discharging on 1 amp, and even less than that when it's going that low. I mean, I would say don't do it unless that you really want to test the battery. Then go to 2.5, and that you will know for sure how much is the total capacity that that battery has. Now, the last setting is idle. I set the idle, I like to give 5 minutes in my case. What is the idle? After the charger goes, you want to test capacity in a battery. Let me keep going pressing, otherwise I'm gonna lose the display. Um, when the charger first is gonna charge all the way to 4.2 volts, right? And then once finished, it's gonna have a delay. Normally, the delay, I believe by default is 1 minute, and then it's gonna start discharging. So I like to put 5 minutes to give the battery chance to cool down completely to ambient temperature in order to do a real good capacity test, because all that it's affected. Temperature will affect how much is gonna drain and all that. So I always select 5 minutes. So same thing happen when you are discharging the battery. Once stop discharging, it's gonna charge back. So the same delay is gonna wait 5 minutes. That's automatically, and then it start charging back. So if you see, I have charged all the way to 4.2. Then it's gonna discharge, which is it's gonna discharge, and then it's gonna charge back to 3.5 volts, right? Again, if you wanna charge it complete, oops, I pressed the wrong button here. Let me put it back in channel 1. So if you want to charge back fully charged, then change that number to 4.2 or 4. I mean, you can put even 4.1. I mean, charging back if you really want to, have your battery for long time. Yeah, 4.1 is enough. I mean, if you want, again, fully charged, just put it 4.2. I leave it for 3.5. I like to keep the battery in storage mode. I like to use 100 milliamps, and I like discharge. Well, in this case, if I'm gonna do capacity testing, 2.5. Again, recommendation, go 2.6. I mean, but when I'm testing batches from sellers, for my suppliers, I like to test one deeply. So, because I want to know exactly how much capacity is having that battery, and I want to make sure that my batteries are, it give what they says. So that's quality. Okay, now the cool part is that I selected synchronize channel one with the other settings. So all the other channels are gonna inherit these settings that I'm setting up in here. Or you can set the setting for each channel independently. Each channel. So I can go here and say, it goes to channel 2, channel 3, and then I tell the charger, okay, do not synchronize with channel 1, so you can set the individuals settings for every channel. So now that I have everything here set, I just go here and go back to the main menu. So let's go back to thank you, Ochimano. Happy New Year too, man. Let's go back to the main menu. How we use now the charger. Now we have that set, right? To synchronize everything. Let's put a few batteries to test. I'm gonna be using a USET. I test this already. They are 4500 cells, JP45. Man, let me tell you, that cell, first of all, I don't think it's gonna be a cell named like that by Ampes yet. What they released recent, I know there's one coming. They haven't released anything yet. I know they are gonna release the JP30, which is gonna be a 18650 battery with the able to discharge as fast as the almost as fast as a JP40 and 45 amps, which is amazing for 18650 battery. They announced that about what, less than a month ago, but we're not gonna see that in the market until probably December next year. That will take like a year probably. All right. Now, let me. I cannot see the chat. Now I can see the chat. So actually, if you want a 4500 cell, the I don't know if you know the back 45D. That cell is a really good cell. It has I guess 60 amps discharging rate and is rated 4500. The back, that's a really good battery, I can tell you. I'm gonna have that battery soon here. I'm gonna be testing first the batches, and once I validate the batches, I'm gonna have that battery in my store. So it's a really good one. All right, go back to the topic. I'm gonna put few. Hey, remember, positive side goes down. We cannot confuse that. The manual says, actually doesn't came with a manual. It's only an online manual. I'm gonna put that available online. Let me put few cells here. Negative looking down. We can combine. We can put even here now this cap on top, and then put the 21700 on top. I'm gonna talk about that soon. Let's put this. These one are Sony VTC6 batteries. Really good battery. Okay. Let's put all of them here. Now, let's zoom this to see what the charger is reading. If you see, it's reading that the batteries, let's start by number 1, is have 3.5 volts. That's how I like to keep it. See, all of them, 3.5 volts. And we're gonna start, because we leave the charger in automatic. Automatic, what it's gonna do, charge back to 4.2 volts, make a idle pause of 5 minutes, like we set it up, and then it's gonna start discharging at 1 amp approximately. And then once it's go all the way down to 2.5, it's gonna stop for another 5 minutes and then start charging back. In here is gonna give us the values in this screen. But if we press here, press once, we can see even better here, more details about the information. And then discharging, see, it's gonna tell you it's gonna charge back to 4.2. It's gonna start charging 4.2. It's gonna make the 5 minutes pause. See, 5 minutes pause. It's gonna discharge to 2.5. It's gonna make a 5 minute pause, and then it's going to charge back to 3.5. Now, once everything finished, well, in here is giving us a number which is 27 milliamps, which again, don't trust on these numbers. I mean, you can have a good idea. These cells are used, but they're like brand new if you see in here. So once this finish, it's gonna tell you how many milliamps took to charge from the state that is right now 3.5 to 4.0. 4.2 is gonna tell you here, but this one is the most important for me when it's charging back. It's gonna tell you how much capacity is taking the battery. So how we do this, if I want to start charging, I just press once here and it's gonna start charging. See, this cell number 1. Let me put this back to here so you can see cell number 1. We have a light blinking, which is mean that it's operational at the moment, right? So now how we can start the other ones? Well, technically, let me go back to the zoom here. We can switch channel to channel 2 and press again, see? And then channel 3 and press again if we do that manually, right? So that's how we do it manually. Now, just for the fun, I'm gonna disconnect this and connect this back. How you do all of them at the same time. Here's the cool part. So when you select this button, remember the memory is right now, it knows what it's gonna be doing. So if you press this button and you keep it pressed for more than, I believe it's 5 seconds, look at this, what is gonna happen? All of them, they start blinking, see? All of them, they start charging at the same time, all the channels. That's the cool part. So all the cells right now are charging. If you notice, let me show you clear. I guess you can see it better here. Because I have only as a power source, maximum of 5 amps, the charger what does is divide that 5 amps equally in between all the cells. Obviously, it's not able to provide the full 1 amp per cell because the power supply is only, I mean, the cable that I'm providing, it provides only 5 amps in total divided in the 8. So the charger is smart, see, and decrease almost in half amp, 0.5 amps, per, it's gonna take longer to charge. So that's the downside. If we going this way, I really don't care about that because I don't have rush, so I can leave it like that. Again, you want more power, just connect the power by the screws that I show you here, by these screws. So, and then you can provide all the way to 10 amps. So, and then the charger, you're gonna be using the full power of the charger, all right? Right now it's charging. Again, once it finishes, it's gonna give you parameter. We can switch back to by channels. Look at how cool is this graphic. It's telling me right now the current voltage, the current that is using right now charging, which is a little bit more than half amp. It's telling me the internal resistance right now. It's telling me the time, and it's telling me, see, it's counting in here the milliamps that is taking the battery at the moment. That's really cool information. So, and you can see that in the graphic how it's doing the channel 1. If we can keep going, switching channel 2, we can see the same information. Channel 3, channel 4, actually channel 4 for some reason I see, obviously, look at what happened. I forget put a battery in channel 4. That was my mistake. So, but that's how cool is this charger. So channel 5, 6, and again, look at that. You can monitor the internal resistance. 7, 8, and and go back to channel 1. In this screen, again, you can see only one cell at the time, but it's a ton of information you can get here with this charger in this screen. Or you can go back, press again, go back to the screen that show you every single channel. Yes, it gives you the most important information in here, and that's how I keep it normally. In this one, when I want to see more details, I go here. And well, man, this is an overview about what the charger does. It's a really, really, really good tool. You can do again 8 batteries at the same time. Um, and for the price, this charger, I have this in my website. I believe I have this for 40 in the US. It's on. I have in stock. I have um, I have them for I believe $49. But remember, is including two of these trays. This is like expensive trays. I mean that you can put that, so you can charge 18650 and 21700. So I including that in the price. But again, be aware you need to have the cable. This does not include the cable. I'm gonna be offering the cable eventually. I'm gonna order these cables if you want to use it in 5 volts. Uh, the reason I haven't done that yet is because many people prefer use the full power, so you can use any. Have you tested the EV40P cell? I know. I want to know if they truly provide 50 amp max. Buddy, I'm gonna have that cell. Actually, I may have one here. Let me see. No, actually, let me see. Which one is it? I have that cell coming this week. Yes, they provide that, which is okay. This is the 40p. That's Samsung, and this one is Samsung as well. The old one, basically, the 40p is exactly the same Samsung 40p. Pretty much, yes, they provide that, but they heat up a little bit, just like Samsung. Those cells, they heat up a little bit. Yes, they are really good. Instead, honestly, I mean, yes, that cell is cheaper. It's a really good option. I mean, but I don't know if you've seen this cell. This cell is from EV. That's the newest one. This cell is the 40PL. This cell is the competition for the. Actually, have here all those cells. Let me see if I can have it here. Let's see the JP40. See, this is a used one, but this is the JP40. Both of the cells are tapless. If you see, I don't know if we can see it here. See the mark in the bottom? That's the mark used when they weld the laser to weld the tapless cells. So this is the JP40. Actually, this is the most powerful cell right now in the market. Period. But this one is right, in the toes of this cell. So both of them, they are 4 amps hour. Both cells, this one is 70 amps discharging rate. This one does the same. This one does 18C, that basically is 72. Is 2 amps over the EV. But honestly, that's marketing. I mean, both of the cells, in my opinion, they perform very, very close. In fact, the EV perform even in lower temperature than the JP40, discharging in the same rates. Yeah, man. Hey, it's not only 70 amps. The most amazing part is that they are able, both of them, to discharge for 5 seconds 140 amps. And I test that check my other videos. I have testing, and that I was getting 108 amps per cell, and they say 5 seconds. In my testing, I leave it running continuously, and that was just insane. I was getting from the JP40 over 90 amps continuously. It's starting 108, and then it keep going, and going. It's just amazing cells. Samsung 40T can discharge 50 amps. I believe more than 30 amps, not good. How can EVPL do the same? Okay, the reason is because these cells are tapless. They are tapless. I'm gonna show you something live now, so that you're gonna understand something. Let me see here. As you know, this is a internal resistance and changing topics. I almost finished with the charger, but this is a really cool topic. This is a internal resistance tester. This is a dedicated tester. That's why I says when you see the internal resistance in these ones, it's a DC measurement, which is not very accurate. The most accurate, in my opinion, is the AC that use this one, but you can use this to test DC. So let's go back to that topic. Now, let me use, this is the equivalent of the EV40P, which is the same. This one is able to discharge, 50 amps. This is what you're talking about, basically, this cell. Now, look the internal resistance in this cell. It's great, actually. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's a great internal resistance because let's talk about that. Look at that. Internal resistance in these cells is 12.34, right? What is the internal resistance? Internal resistance is how much the battery internally will restrict the current to flow, right? Performance batteries, the lower is the internal resistance, the more performance is going to have the battery normally. So it means that resistance is going to create heat. So the less resistant, the more flow is going to have without heat up the battery. So this is, look at the internal resistance, 12.3, right? And not only that, let's go with the powerful batteries. Let me find let's go with a popular battery. I have a brand new MollyCell P45B, right? Let's check the internal resistance of a MollyCell P45B, brand new. What we got? 6.4. That's excellent. Why? It's a performance battery. So this battery is able to provide 45 amps continuously. Yes, it does. But guess what? First of all, and I hate to say it, they heat up a lot. Second, they really don't provide what the 45 milliamps on those rate. Never. I mean, in fact, I never seen a MollyCell providing over what they says or close to what they says, even discharging in low rates, right? That's another topic. But I want to explain what is internal resistance, right? So you see this one. Now, look at why these batteries are beast. Let's put this apart. Now, we are talking about JP40 and the EV, for example. Now, check the EV internal resistance, comparing with MollyCell and comparing with the Samsung 40P. Look at that, 3.1. That's, I mean, we're getting to the numbers of what is a LiPo battery can do. So 3.1 internal resistance. This battery is fully charged right now. And look at that, man. That number is insane. So having a lower internal resistance allow the battery to go in higher rates. So why is so low? Because this cell is tapless. It's a new way of construction, new technology that is coming now. And allow the battery to perform. This is LiPo numbers. Now, JP40. This is just the king. I mean, if you notice, look at this. Now that we have this one in hands, the JP40 have steams in the wraps. Some of them they're coming like that. There is a reason for that, but that's normal when they come like that. So and now this battery is used. Now let's see the internal resistance. Look at that number. It's not that ridiculous. 2.61 internal resistance. Man, 2.61 is LiPo numbers. I in my life, actually, not only me, check with Much, we never seen a battery, lithium ion, going this low. I never thought that was possible to go this low. So this why this cells is able to go that high. I mean, as high as this one too. And and again, The fact that it have a very, very low internal resistance helps, but it's not necessarily a norm to say, okay, this one is gonna perform cooler. Guess what? This battery perform a little bit. This, I'm talking 1 degree, 2 degrees lower than this one. Is, you cannot even touch that and feel the difference. This is only in instruments, right? How you can see that in the instruments. So this is why the secret of these two cells. Actually, I have one open here, one JP40 that I'm working with. I'm trying to drain this battery for about 1 month. And the funny part is I cross the battery with nickel, you know, between positive and negative after I drain the battery as much as I can. And then here's what happened. This battery have an internal protection, and most of the battery they do, that when they detect a short, they have like a plug inside that they self disconnect internally. So I thought it was completely drained, and when I opened the battery came back alive. That was very, very dangerous situation. So, and right now it's open like this, and this battery is alive right now. It's very dangerous. It's open. That's how they are inside. I'm waiting until it's completely drained to fully open and show the internal of this JP40. All right. So, well, we killed. Hey, how you doing? Man, Patrick, how are you, man? So, um, now you know why these cells. What is the secret on these cells, right? So there are many batteries coming, and I love. Yeah, I mean, tablet is the king. I mean, tablets are the best, batteries ever. Tablets, what we have available. I mean, right now that we can get in tablets. Again, JP40s, I have that in my website. I'm in the US. If anybody need JP40, I have them. Not for, I mean, advertisement, but I mean, best pricing, and you're not gonna get a best price. Same with the EV. Right now I'm gonna be having, in less, I guess, less than a week, I'm gonna have available the EVs. Pricing, someone asked for pricing. Checking my website. The JP40, I believe I have that for $4.95, and even if you buy the full box, it's even cheaper. The EV is a little bit more expensive, this battery. But I'm gonna have that for a better pricing than anybody else in the US, you know. And I mean, I'm telling you, I mean, you will don't go bad with either one. So the other thing, the other option is gonna be the back 45D. That still I haven't seen that in the US, and I'm gonna have that sell here probably by February. The back 45D, which is 4,500 milliamps, is a really that's another tabless cell. Let's see, Molicel doesn't have any tabless yet. So today's date, the P45B, that is the most popular. These cells, I mean, you know that they sell for over $5. I mean, it's just, I mean, and they don't perform nothing close to what this one performed. And the other one, the new one, I don't have that here, but it's coming too, is the P50B, which in all the testing, Molicel is claiming 5,000 milliamps. Unfortunately, they're not giving that, and even on their low, they are not performing even close to what these cells perform. You can check all the real data testing, and when I say real data, it's not manufacturer, it's real testing. Check the Moch channel. Moch have a YouTube channel. Moch have a Patreon channel, which I recommend you. I mean, that one, hey, it's only $2 a month, but you can join for free and see some of the stuff that he have available, the information. So he give away a lot of information. You can check as well in Facebook, March. So check his results. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, how the results are. So, but in overall, hey, this is the way to go. These cells are the way to go. There's many other cells coming to the market soon. This is excited for me, because the more cells are coming, the more competition, the better pricing. So again, these two cells are king in my opinion right now. The back is a really good cell too. I'm gonna be testing, but I cannot give you my opinion until I test the cells. These cells are tested by me, are tested by Much. I know Much tests already the 45D. He says he's a great cell, and I believe in. But I like as well to do my own testing. I mean, I'm gonna be testing that one very, very soon. All right. So tabless again, 45 I mean EV40PL and JP40. That's the way to go. I know, sadly, for Europe, it's very, very difficult to ship those cells. I am working on that right now, especially with UK. Is one of the most difficult countries to ship cells. So currently, if you are in UK and you want the cells, I have available today. I can send the cells straight from my suppliers from China to the UK by air. I mean, you can send me an email to give you pricing. Beef Anthony, it says 45D don't think are tablets. Yes, they are. Yes, I believe they are. I can let me see if I have a tablet that I can check it out. I have live. Someone check it out for me, but I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, they are really, and they are competing. They are competing with these cells. So, all right, man. We talk about the tablets. That was not in the list today, but I love when we interact with the users and we answer questions live. Man, I love that. So if you have any question, we can ask now, and we can interact between one each other. I mean, again, now talking back about this charger, I mean, excellent. I'm telling you, it's an excellent utility, and I believe for the price is just perfect. We can know everything ourselves, and we can, hey, egg at the time, fully automatic. I cannot ask for more. I mean, it's really cool, and the information we are getting is amazing. The displays, I love it. Very reliable. I have many of them here available. If someone wanted, I mean, I can, you can get it in my website. And again, I'm including the price that you see, include this. I mean, this is two of them. Actually, this is included. Let me show you something else that I built, which is this base. I built this base to put, if you want to put separate, like, see, it's made for, put this here. It's a tight fit, but it's gonna go there, So let me, before I put it, what I do is make the connections, in the bottom, run the cables, which I have that available in the website. So it's gonna run the cable by the inside, and then I'm gonna put all the cables out by this corner. So this base, let me put it down, is gonna fit perfectly here, like that. See? So I built this, I designed this, and even I put this space to hang the, let me go back to here so we can see it better. Zoom back, let's see if I can do it. See, we can see this in here, we can put it here, so to hold that. And even hey, this template, you can download that for free. It's in my website currently. Let's see if I can focus this. You can download that for free in my website if you want to go in that route. And then the only thing is that you're gonna need to connect, or I mean, I forget to talk about this. The charger have connection on top of each cell. I don't know if you can see it clear. Yes, it's focused. You can connect here any other battery by this positive and negative in every channel. So you can run the cables, unscrew here and connect this. In the way that I like to do this is welding the soldering cables in the bottom here. So in every channel independently, I like to do that. If you want to use this base, but again, you can just put this on top here. What I found by doing that is that when you keep going, taking up and down, up and down, up and down, eventually you're gonna feel like it's gonna have some play, and maybe you are gonna have a loose connection, and then you have to play with the fitment. So to solve that problem, I'm just not using that, and I'm using this base. If you keep going, taking out, and just be aware of that. That's the only thing that I found. So but again, excellent tool is available. And if you have any question how to use this, I'm gonna try to download the PDF and make it available. The instruction how to use this is in Chinese. So this is why I'm making this video. There's not too many videos explaining how to use this charger or capacity tester, how we want to call it. Well, let me see. Any question? 45-day thing is not tablet. Okay, that was the last question. Yeah, so there's multiple options. I mean, other than this, like this other version, this version is a it's cheaper, obviously. This version and it's only 4 channels, but doesn't have this charger doesn't have the option that this one has to change the how much you want to charge. Like this one I can tell, okay, go for 4.1, 4.3, 4 whatever you want. So this one doesn't have all that option. This one is just fixed. However, this one have built-in what I like, the USB-C that you can use as a power per 2 channels. If you want a full power, you need to connect one here, one here. So with this one, so but again this one is in my opinion the best option, right? Well, I guess we are gonna be done for the day. I will ask you please to subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Change the bell notifications to always, so when I go live you can see notification when I'm going live, and you can see my channel. So I would appreciate if you go as well to our Facebook group, which you can get the link in my website, diy500app.com. Or if you need cells, charger, DIY accessories, you can get all that in my website. All right. Hey, thank you for your support. That people that are still in here, man, send me an email. It's gonna be sales at diy500amp.com. That people that are still here, send me an email. I'm gonna send you a 5% discount coupon so you can use that in my store. All right. Hey, I really appreciate. Everybody is still here. Everybody is supporting my channel, and my followers. I really enjoy what I'm doing. I really enjoying this. All right. I'm gonna have more content coming. Let me show you what I'm still working with. For that, people are still here. I'm building these batteries made of JP40s. I design all this. This is gonna be used for RC jets. It's gonna be using 2 of these together. This is, let me put this back so you can see even more information. So I have this one halfway. I'm making this with copper nickel sandwich. I'm gonna be going live probably when I'm finishing all this. I'm making this one as well. So they're gonna be connected by series, making 12S configuration once they are finished. And what else? I want to show you something very cool. Look at this. Was my Christmas gift, my present from my family. This is solder from the Frenzy brand. It's a USB-C one. Is really cool, very portable. I love it. It's digital completely. So I use this USB-C cable, and then it's portable because I can go with a power bank, connect that anywhere and use it. It's how cool is that, man? Digital completely. That was my present. Well, if you want more content, just be pending. Let me put this back, the screws, before I forget. Just like here. Let's put this back. Let me show you my gadgets. I use this Fantic. Where is here? That's one of my gadgets. It's a Fantic screwdriver. You can get this in Amazon. It's one of the best one. Look at this, man. It's awesome. This came with this base, you know, and look at this. It's magnet. You have all the bits here. They hold by magnet. The bits. How cool is this? Shahan, my buddy, he was who hooked me up with these ones. Look at that. And you charge that by USB-C. They're really cool. Let me put this back. The screws. All right. And you can set the torque here as well. I mean, they have different products. They have even vacuum cleaner, like portable one. I mean, I don't know how good they are. I never tested, but I can tell you these screwdrivers are excellent. I mean, and one charge, they last forever. And the screwdriver I have as well, the one that is not I'm gonna show you now, that is not power, that is very skinny, which is here, same concept. This one, look at this, really cool. Same thing, you can change the bits. I have a bunch of bits. I use this one a lot for the computers and stuff like that. So you can just put back the bit. Look at this, it's magnet. It stay like that. You put this in here and put back the screwdriver here. Look at that, how cool is that? And then you put the back, the cap. Same with the other one. This one is even cooler. It's magnet as well. You put back the bit. Just like that. Put it back here. That's very satisfying. Look at that. And then put this back in here. Stay like that. Put the cap back. Man, this is a great product. Check it out in Amazon. Just search it. It's, I don't remember how much I paid for this. It's like $70, but hey, it worked it. It's really cool stuff. All right. I'm gonna be back maybe. I'm gonna try today working with these batteries in live with my, let me take out this so you can see better. With the spot welder, I'm gonna be using the glitter 811 welding copper nickel sandwich to finish this. I'm gonna be making bus bars with, I'm gonna be using these tabs. These bullet connectors, I guess they're 5.5 millimeters for the batteries. And I'm gonna be using a very thick cable for that, which I'm gonna be using probably this cable. This is 8 gauge, is overkill. Maybe 10 is enough, but I'm gonna use this 8. I'm gonna remove this connector and use the bullets because that's what the client wants. Go with bullet. I agree, I like bullets. This anyway, this is too heavy for an airplane and, you know, expensive. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Let me show you the setup. I'm checking right now live everything that we are checking here. All right, I see you later, guys. Appreciate that. For everybody stay here, send me those emails to send you the coupons. I really appreciate if you are still here. Hey, I really appreciate that, man. You're making my dreams come true, and I'm trying to provide the best, you know, support to you guys and sharing everything that I can. All right, thank you for everything. Yeah, man, thank you, Retro. Appreciate that, that like, that Tom. Again, change that notification bell to put it in always. Let me show you. Oh, well, this is the iPad. Put it in all. So in that way, when I go live, you're gonna get those notifications. All right, appreciate that. And let me see. You know, yeah, I'm gonna bring more content some more often. And you know, thank you again for all the subscribers that are still here. Okay, see you to the next one. Bye.